Big blessings to everybody that's coming to my channel right now. Put the prayer hands together. Say a prayer for myself and for my family and for all of you that are watching my video right now. That we all have happy lives, that we all have prosperity, and we all have amazing friendships with our friends and amazing closeness with our loved ones. Mwah! Kisses from Vanessa to you. It's 6:30 in the morning, and it is Thursday, August 31st. So it's going to be September tomorrow, and that floors me because I've been away from YouTube for at least probably 5 months or more. I'm suffering pretty badly with a lot of let me restart this. I'm suffering pretty badly with a lot of my mental illnesses, and I'm under huge amounts of daily stress where a lot of my hair has fallen out. It keeps getting thinner, but you do what you gotta do. At least I have hair left. You know, I ironed it out the other day, and it's colored with it's colored with the L'Oreal Paris bright black. It has like a blue hue to it, and it's bright black for like $10. And this is what I used back like in 2010, 2011. But I used it on my blonde bleached hair, and of course, you can't put a dark color like this on bleached hair. It came right out in a couple of shampoos. But what's really weird is it faded all through up here when I colored it several months back. It faded all through up here, but like through here and down, and like from here down it's black, but like here it's like totally faded, you know, to like a light black, and that's a level 3 permanent. So whatever. If I would have known that, and if I would have known this beforehand, I would have just put the splat on my hair first, because my hair, I let all the bleach blonde grow out within 3 years, and I could have just hit it with that. And there's only 3 colors. This is Midnight Indigo, what I've been using for several months. It's a semi-permanent. I wish it was more brighter, like the box. And there's the levels in the back. I sort of got between that and that going on. But I could buy a color remover and remove all the color out of my hair to my natural color. I just gotta talk to a beautician at Sally's Beauty Supply and ask her how damaging is that to my hair, because I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna damage my hair too badly. I just had an 1.5 inches cut off at the salon, and to me, I would normally just get like an inch cut off, but I got an 1.5 inches cut off because it was just, I waited like 6 months, 7 months before getting a haircut because I didn't have the money, you know. Every time I would want the haircut, didn't have the money. So, I sort of went crazy yesterday, ripping open a brand new box of Splat. So I just taped it because, I don't know, of my OCD. So here's a brand new bottle, backup bottle, and then I have this bottle that I just used. And you only use, let me just show you. Here's like a little applicator bottle, and you pour the, like, whatever you need. I have like rubber gloves in here too, like it's all set, ready to go again, but they give you 6 ounces. So I just pour like 2 to 3 ounces in here, and then I gently use the rubber gloves and gently just start putting it in my hair, and then I use a wide tooth comb and start combing it through my hair, and I leave it on my hair. Oh, I also use one of those cheap, you know, 15 bags for $1. Well, they're not bags, they're like hair coverings, you know, from the dollar store or Walmart. And I just basically let it set for an hour or two. It says leave it on for 45 minutes. Leave it on longer for more basically leave it on, as you know, as long as you can, and you'll get better effects. And then you want to wash your hair, which then the fun part happens, because your whole bathtub turns whatever color you're using, which is like a blue purple for me. So I'm just using this because that's what I've been liking. And there's a purple. There's 3 colors for brunettes. There's this color. There's a purple one, but this one's brighter than the purple one, in my opinion. And then there's a ruby. But I don't know how the ruby would react, because it's like a dark burgundy, sort of reddish. I don't know how that would react to the black that's halfway through my hair, because at least this color is going through the black, and at least it's brighter up here, but it's still tinting the purple hue, or purple bluish hue, through here. It's just hard to see. I have a light over there, which is only 1 flashlight, and I'm using 2 cutting boards, literally 2 plastic cutting boards that are bendable from the Dollar Tree as filters. So you don't need to buy expensive lighting. It's lighting my area up, and it's really bright. You know, you can like really see how bright it is. I normally would have it sitting down in front, but I don't have anything to really put it on to be that high up, so whatever. So the last 3 years I've been fighting disability for getting my disability SSI back. And that's why most of my hair is falling out, because I reapplied for disability and they denied me because they said, you have no new evidence. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So they're denying my psychologist, and I'm seeing Dennis Crinebrook at Crinebrook Psychological Services in Greensburg, PA. He's a pretty big, popular psychologist that just does psychotherapy, talk therapy. I'm not getting any medicine from them because the doctor there, Dr. Soman, she is an uncaring bitch, and excuse my language, she's a cunt. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make anybody upset by speaking that way, but you know what? If you can't handle my verbiage, then please go watch another one of my videos, or don't watch my videos, because I say how I feel. And if you're if you just can't handle it, then just go somewhere else. But most of you are my followers and friends. Well, not followers. I don't want to say followers. Most of you watch my videos because you are friends of mine online, and some of you guys have become closer friends where I talk to you, you know, through voice chat on Facebook or through a video. I haven't done that in a couple of months because of how I'm feeling. Feeling very suicidal these days. I thought about putting myself in mental health, inpatient, at Westmoreland Hospital. Across from the hospital, there's a mental health building, the 2 levels on the top. I've been up there from 1998 to 2007, 12 to 15 times. That's been documented, for suicide attempts, for overdoses, for me trying to kill myself on pills, or just having the thoughts and taking too many pills, becoming unresponsive, my husband freaking out, calling the ambulance. I wasn't responding the one time. He thought I was dying. He was freaked out. And that happened several years ago. And the last time I went inpatient was around the day before Thanksgiving, November 2007. I was in there for a week, and then I was told if I came back again that the doctor would send me to the state hospital Torrance, which is about an hour and 45 minutes away, up in the mountains, up towards Ligonier, if I'm not mistaken. Because most of my friends that were in there with me off and on, that I was talking to on the phone with, and I was visiting them, like after 2 weeks of being in there, you could visit your friends if you had friends in there. They were putting all of my friends up in Torrance because this doctor wanted to put it on someone else. Didn't want to deal with them anymore. Didn't want to deal with me anymore. They'd rather drug me up with Thorazine, 900 milligrams, 3 times a day, where I was having painful contorting, drooling, lockjaw, couldn't walk, holding onto walls, and that was their way of treatment. Are you kidding me? I was having spasms where I would throw myself on the floor for hours, and then even in the bed at the hospital, and when I got home, like I would go into these contorting fits, like do this and that, and it's almost like you're not having a seizure, but it's like really close. Your brain is telling you to do these horrible contorting moves. Those are bad reactions from the meds. They had me on the wrong medication, too much. So once I got out of there, I ended up calling MedTech, which was the local methadone clinic where I lived in Greensburg, 10 minutes away from my house. And I started there December 11th, 2007 on 30 milligrams of methadone. Like I said, 30 milligrams of methadone. And then they slowly took me up until all of my withdrawal went away. The leg kicking, having goose skin. You can look up opiate withdrawal and see a shitload of list of disgusting and horrible, painful pain in your bones, pain in your body, pain in your mind, your soul, cravings for the drugs that you were on. Horrible. And I was on methadone for 6.5 years. I started going down slowly for 2 years. It took me 2 years to slowly go down because I did it slowly at my comfort level. I would go down 5 milligrams and then I wouldn't go down for like a year or 7 months. And then when I decided to push my husband into moving to this distressed, dilapidated house that's not worth what we're buying it for, which is $24,000, we still have a couple more years of payments of that. But the house has a lot of potential. We just don't have the money to fix it up. So that's why I only have water going into my bathroom, into my toilet, into my sink in the bathroom, and into the bathtub. So I wash all my dishes in the bathtub. But that's not a real big deal, if you know what I mean, for getting a cheap property and cheap property and cheap house. If I would have had the money the first year we bought the house, we're renting to own the house from the people that own it. When you're in those situations and can't get a loan from the bank, sometimes you can have good results, sometimes you can have bad results. The other house I was living in, we were renting to own it from my husband's ex-boss from Jiffy Lube, and he screwed us right up the ass without any lube. Literally. Screwed us horribly. He bought the house for $40,000, put about $25,000 into it. He wanted $95,000. It was worth that. I would have paid that. I paid him $75,000 in 10 years. But he wanted 30 years of payments of like $700-800. The rent kept going up. And then we looked online with the tax info from our house. We found out the house was paid off. We moved in there in 2004, April 2004. And the house was paid off in 4 years. So that was just their extra income. My disability check. So 95% of my SSI check went to these fuckers. They went on vacation to like Disney World or something on my dime. The husband wasn't working. He was just doing construction jobs when they came along, watching his kids. his wife is a full-time teacher. So, you know, it's like, what's it feel like? Fucking over the guy that you actually used to work with and fucking over his wife. I should have taken all of the floor supports because it would help my floors, the first floor, be more stable. I should have taken them. And I should have taken the whole kitchen, even the kitchen sink. And just, I could have put it in here. But he would have taken us to court and flipped out. And it wasn't worth it to me for all that. And then we moved by a fucking nut job, Jesus freak, as she said she was, a judgmental, wannabe Christian woman, a real Christian. If you ever meet one, will not judge you, will open their arms to you, regardless of who you are. Regardless. And I've met a couple of decent Christians at the old food bank I was going to in Manor, and then we had to re-sign up for it, and there was a couple of different levels of income, and my husband was between two different levels of income, and we circled the number 3 income, but we were more closer to the second. I should have just circled the first and lied, because for God's sakes, if you're going to a food bank, you fucking need the help. I left there crying hysterically, being told by the pastor that was and is a true Christian that I talked to her when I got an emergency food box before I got into going there monthly. She was really nice, but she said, I'm sorry, you know, you make too much money, you don't qualify. And I got so upset. I said, so basically, people have to lie to basically get the help. And she said, I am so sorry. And she was almost crying. And I was already crying when we left. But there is a Catholic church right up the road from me. Go up the road, turn. It's less than 60-second drive up the road. I'm there. Bam. So that's the food bank that we're going to now. We've gone there only once. I put down that I'm disabled. They just put me down as being on disability, even though that I'm not. Told them I'm still fighting my case. So at least we are getting food bank again. That food helps a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. Because they give me a couple of things. Orange juice. They give you cereal sometimes. They give you... I get 2 boxes of food. 1 box of food, but then another box for overflow. The reason why I'm fidgeting so badly is because I haven't been on camera for so long. I'm extremely nervous, and talking to you guys is making me feel really exposed and uncomfortable. And I normally never felt that way, but I haven't been wanting to share how I've been feeling. I haven't been wanting to share at all how my life has been with anybody. Not even with close YouTube friends. So I hate the way I like keep fucking with my hair and stuff, but it's just the anxiety. Let me heat up my coffee, and then I'll start telling you some good news. So hold on, guys. And the coffee that I'm drinking is a Walmart brand. They've made their own coffee brand, which has pissed me off because they've taken other coffee brands that I liked, like Boston's Best. They don't carry them anymore, so at least I stocked up with, like, you know, 3 extra little bags of a couple of coffees I like from Boston's Best, and then I can buy them from the website. But some of the Walmart, and my nose is always itchy. I hate that. But the best ones from the Walmart brand, and I'll show them to you. I should have had them already prepared, but I'll just show them. I'll just show you some of them. Well, I may just show you all of them. Hold on. Jesus. Let me just grab all of them, for God's sakes. Just give you an idea. This is their new line of coffees, and it's only $3.88, so it's the same price. It's the same price as Boston's Best. And this is creme brulee. It is so good. It is so good. So I would suggest trying this creme brulee. This one I'm going to read. Our great value creme brulee flavored coffee delivers pure indulgence in your cup with a buttery caramel aroma you'd expect from a Persian pastry shop, made with 100% Arabica Arabic, I can't say it right, coffee. This premium blend is a medium roast and perfectly balanced. The taste is a highlight by the sweetness in the vanilla custard with a hint of caramelized sugar. So this is not overly sugared. It just tastes truly amazing. It's almost like a donut or pastry in your coffee. You can find these at Walmart for $3.88. The other one that is my all-time favorite that I got is the mocha flavor. I tried Starbucks coffee over the counter mocha flavor from Walmart, okay? It was like $8. I tried it twice with two different kinds of coffee, levels of coffee. It didn't give me the taste that I wanted. When you think of mocha, you think of a more chocolatey, a more deeper, richer coffee, and it just didn't have it. And I've never been to an actual Starbucks coffee shop in my life, and they're all over the place. I normally, if I get a chance and have the money, like the other day, we were coming back from taking me to the methadone clinic because I go 3 days a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and I was feeling like I was going to throw up my dose because they dose you at the window, and then you get one take home in your box. Like I took my dose about 30 minutes ago, so it's going to slowly start kicking in over the next 4 hours. And that it will help my pain, a lot of my pain go away. And what I'm on now is 129 milligrams of methadone, and that's just enough to keep my body going. But in the morning, I always feel sort of shitty and sick, and I probably could use at least probably 145, 150, but the doctor doesn't want to take me up that high, even though people are on 250, 220, 180, 150. They say those people that are on higher doses were transplants from other methadone clinics. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Because I know for a fact that they've put people on higher doses there. But then again, I feel lucky because the doctor there, the doctor there, and the medical director, Dr. Conforti, is really an amazing guy. He has his own practice, personal practice, I think, and then he is at the clinic. There's 3 or 4 doctors there because they do Suboxone there, and they also do methadone. And certain insurances, you'll get methadone. Certain insurances, you'll get Suboxone. Some people take the Suboxone and can't handle it because it's not strong enough or it makes them sick. They switch to methadone, and vice versa. So I'm just glad that I'm on the methadone because it's strong enough to keeping me from wanting to use drugs. for the most part. And this is just Carmex, because my lips are totally dry. So I have like a lemonade in here. And I found this in the clearance aisle like 5 months back. Leftover Halloween cup. And it had little ice cube thingies that you put in the freezer. Little plastic things filled with like special gel or something. And I've never watched A Nightmare Before Christmas or The Corpse Bride, but I've downloaded it from a site online, one of the turret sites. I know you shouldn't do that, but that's where I get most of my media from. Like if a DVD comes out, file sharing, I think you should be able to file or to share files as long as you're not selling them bootlegged and making covers for them at the fruit market. You know what I'm saying? But I also understand the copyright issue. If I really like a movie, I'll eventually buy the DVD. But since I'm so broke, I can't even buy the $5 ones in the bin at Walmart. I seen The Conjuring there, the first one for $5. I've seen Stephen King's It there before. I've seen The Corpse Bride there before. They have $5 DVDs, $7.30 Blu-ray discs, and then they have like $3.74 DVDs. So, but I plan on, and I know I will buy The Conjuring 1 and 2, and if they come out with a 3, 1, and Annabelle, and the new Annabelle that's coming out, Annabelle Creation. I'm into all that. And if you watch the first Conjuring, in the audience, in the very first 5 minutes of the actors playing Ed and Lorraine Warren, that are, Ed was an amazing demonologist, layman, self-taught demonologist, knew his shit inside and out, and when you needed help, like a lot of people do, like I've needed help, if he was still alive, I would have called him years ago at my old house, because I was seeing demonic type shit, stuff looking like half man, half human. I was seeing all sorts of shit, seeing ghosts daily, and here my husband thought it was the methadone. Really, methadone doesn't make you see ghosts. He's seen me on almost every drug that you can think of, except like PCP, and like I've never done crystal meth, but I'm grateful for that because I would get addicted to it, obviously, and like the rush and speed of it. I've always been, well, I suffer from chronic pain, take a pain pill for your pain, and then several years ago I started crushing them up and snorting them. That's where the problem really went out of control. Now, I've been on pain meds for 20 years. I have lower back problems. My L4 and my L5 discs shift and move sometimes. And that's what my chiropractor said that causes most of my pain issues. And then I have sciatica going down both hips and legs. I have migraines that just feel like someone is like killing me, hitting me in the head with a bat. You know, light sensitive, wanting to vomit. That could last a couple hours to a couple of days. I even got injections in the back of my head from my old pain doctor. My old pain doctor was Dr. John Parks, MD, specializes in pain, in interventional pain medicine, basically injections and pain medication. You get a script every month. I was thinking of going back to him because I tried to go back to him last year. While I was still at the clinic, I tried to go back there. He told me to come down to 20 milligrams. And I'm glad that I didn't, because when I tried to go back 2 months ago, of course he has new ladies running the show, new nurses running the show. It was a shit show. I was told, call your doctor's office and have them fax in your referral. I did. Then I'm being told he's going on vacation. Alright, he's gone on vacation before. I'll wait until he comes back. Then I'm being told they have too many patients, too many new patients, and they can't take me. Something didn't feel right. The fish was rotten in Denmark, so to speak. Something didn't smell right. I found out the guy that lives a couple of doors up from me, he goes to a different methadone clinic, RHJ, and that's only a mile and a half difference between the one that I go to. And back in the day when I relapsed, because I've been at MedTech for four times, relapsed twice back on my medication. Back in the day when I was getting a lot from my old doctor. And there's days I miss that because I don't have the proper medication to really manage my pain. For breakthrough pain, my back could go out. So all I'm on is 129 milligrams of methadone, which is a lot. And last time I was on 90 milligrams, and it took care of most of the pain. This is a whole different experience this time around on the methadone. I'm in more pain. My body's gotten worse. I'm slowly losing weight. But anyways, the guy up the street is a recovering addict also. He said, my wife just called Dr. Parks' office last week and got an appointment. So they lied to me. So fuck it. I'll never go back to them again. I think it's more either the doctor doesn't want to treat me, or the nurses are being, excuse my language, bitches and cunts. And I hate to say the word cunt, but, and I know it's a strong, disgusting word, but in the UK, it's regularly used. A guy telling another guy you're a cunt, or a woman telling another woman. And I know that maybe the more proper people wouldn't use that terminology. But I'm going to say what I want, because if it makes me look like I have no class and I'm a totally broken down, backslidden whore, then so be it. You know, at least I'm not out there working the streets or anything, you know. And that's been another problem. I have no libido, I have no sex drive. For a year, for 1 full year and a couple of months, my sex drive has gone away. So I really have only been intimate with my husband three times. But I got some Viagra from my hormone doctor. That's the other good news. I'm back on hormones, female hormones. And I go to the Central Outreach Wellness Center, and there's one in Pittsburgh on the shore at Timberland Court Building, 127 Anderson Street, Suite 103, Stacy Lane. You can Google the doctor. Her number is 412-515-0000. If anybody is in my area and transgendered and needs a decent doctor downtown Pittsburgh. I go to the Washington one, and there's a licensed, I see Carol Priest. She is a licensed CRNP. She's right under a doctor. She works in conjunction with Stacy Lane at the other facility, but she runs the Washington. Carol runs the Washington one in Washington, PA, and that's only 5 minutes. Or not 5 minutes. It's only 45 minutes away from our house, and it's basically a one straight shot down the highway on a country road, past Belle Vernon, and before you get to West Virginia. So it's 45 minutes down, 45 minutes back, 62 miles round trip. It's less. You take me down in Pittsburgh, I flip out. My husband sort of has a cow because it's too much. It's like going to a New York City. I know it's not that bad, but for us it is. Because then, you know, my husband's got to pay attention, and people are driving everywhere, and there's just too many people, and, you know, too many cars, and you don't know where to go to find something, even though that we've you know, we'll use a app, you know, for directions that talks to you through the phone, or print out the directions. It's still hard for us to find places we need to go. But anyways, I'm seeing a really good doctor. She's amazing. I get hugs from her after my appointment. That's how much she's really nice. And her name is Carol Priest. And like I said, she's a licensed CRNP, which is basically a licensed nurse practitioner, just under a doctor. A little more schooling, should be a regular doctor, but she basically does the same stuff a doctor does. So, my flashlight's fading, so, but it's starting to get daylight out, even though it's foggy as shit. It looks like a George A. Romero zombie movie. And let's say a prayer to George A. Romero. I love your videos, I love your movies, your zombie movies, and I've loved you as an actor. I've loved you as a director from Pittsburgh, PA, through the years, I have as many DVDs as I could afford that you've made and came out with, and it's sad that you've crossed over, but at least we have your movies to watch. And I send you love right up to you in heaven and the afterlife. George A. Romero. Because if you come from my area, you normally want to be an extra zombie in one of George A. Romero's zombie movies. And in the 1990 remake, Patricia Tallman with the short mousy haircut, she sort of switches roles and ends up being a kick-ass chick, like Sigourney Weaver in Alien, kicking ass in the movie. And some of my family members were actually background actors, extras, people with guns, you know. You may not see them, but they were, you know. And he was always on the fringes of making movies. He didn't feel like you had to go to Los Angeles to make a movie. You could just make them. His cult classic, The Night of the Living Dead from 1968, has been my all-time favorite. And then there is a color, damn it, I can't speak right. There is a colorized version and the original black and white version, all together on one DVD that you could buy if you just look on Amazon or eBay. Google it, because you have both on one DVD. You can get them for like $10, and it will have the black and white one. It will have the colored one, which is really cool. They added color to it. Amazing job. That movie has been and always will be a cult classic. I love horror movies, zombie movies. I love The Walking Dead, The Fear of the Walking Dead, American Horror Story, all of it. I love all the paranormal TV shows that's come and gone. A lot of them, I have them recorded from my VCR. And yes, I still have a working VCR, and I have 2 huge boxes full of 6-hour videotapes. And I have a DVD burner, and I'm going to start converting them. And if I use the 6-hour version, it will be lesser quality, so I'll use the 4-hour version and just gently, basically just plug my one VCR into it and then get it all fixed up with the tracking and everything, because a good videotape, a good copy, could copy a nice copy onto a DVD, you know. Because I would like to get rid of those videotapes and have them on DVDs, a DVD-R. My VCR combo in the DVD burner has been eating my videotapes. I had it happen twice. I think I might have broke something when I had to stick a butter knife in there and force it out the one time. I'm not sure. My husband or me would have to take a look at it and see, like when you push it in, why it's eating the tape. But there's a lot of DVDs I had to throw away from our first DVD burner because I didn't finalize them and close them out because I thought I had years to do that. But the mistake was the VCR didn't go bad, but the DVD burner did. And that was a $500, $600 machine from Sears. You know, back in 2005, my husband got that for me. He worked an extra part-time job. These mugs are at Walmart for under $5. So if you want a Sugar Skull, Day of the Dead, I can't remember how the Mexicans say it, but if you want a really cool coffee cup, these are like $4.75 or $4.98 or something. I chipped this one somehow, some way right here, so I glued it with nail glue. I glued it with nail glue. Isn't that funny? And I didn't want to just have this one and then have it cracked, so my husband let me get a second one, and we put the second one back, and I'm using this one since I did my little handiwork. It's just a little chip out of there that you can see. See? So, I didn't mean to go all over the place. As I become more stable, my videos won't be so bouncy, me bouncing around so much. But I have a lot on my mind, and this is going to be a long video, because I'm just going to make a long video, and I'm just going to start making videos and putting them up. And I'm monetizing them, so please, if you guys can click on the ads, you know, when the ads pop up, that could throw a couple of pennies my way. But so many people have to click the ads. I don't know how all that works. I am partnered up with YouTube, but I've made no money at all from the past. I was partnered up. And I have my account, but I have my account with my email address. It's under my name, but for the monetization, I put it in my husband Paul's name. And you can do that. You can do that. As long as that person is in most of your videos or some of your videos, you're okay. You're legally basically okay. Because it's his channel too. It's, you know, I mean, basically it's my channel, but I upload videos from my small family. Me and him and my dog. So I forget, because we did that right before we moved, if he connected the account, the steps you had to do to become a partner. We did get a Google thing in the mail with his name on it to activate the account. I don't know if he connected his bank account to it or not, and did that, or we can't remember. So if anybody knows how to do that, please comment and let me know what the fuck to do. Please. let me know what the steps are to becoming officially. I am officially partnered up, but let me know how to like do that, please, because I don't know how to do that. And he also needs to fill out a tax form. So if I make any money, we can pay taxes on it. You know, um, we, um, my old friend Damon, which I do love and miss dearly, if you're watching, I miss you, Damon, and I send you all the love in the world. And I'm very sorry for the falling out that we had and the way that I acted. But part of it was your fault. You didn't want to take totally responsibility for what you said to me. And you said that you didn't remember, and I didn't believe you. I still don't. You know, just because I've been screwed over so many times. And you know, you would remember stuff from the 80s and this and that, but you didn't remember what you know, the fight that we had, you know, 3 months before the falling out happened, you know. But I don't know if that friendship can ever be repaired. I don't know if we could ever trust each other again. But if one of you are on Damon's Facebook page as a friend, can you let him know that I'm sorry for what I said and did, and let him know that I apologize from the bottom of my heart and soul for what I said and did, because I was angry and I was very hurt, and I know he feels the same way from what I did too, because my actions and the way I handled it wasn't good at all. And the shit that I said through the last couple of texts was disgusting and uncalled for it, and I should have never said what I said. But it was such a huge blowout that, you know, it just sucks when you have that happen. I want to say hi to a couple of friends. I haven't talked to you, Brenda Crozier, online in probably about a year or longer. I want to wish you all the best. And if anybody that is friends with Brenda Crozier, please link her to this video. Or not link her, but please let her know about my video here. I may just, you know, drag and drop it. I don't want to drag and drop it and put it on her page, because some people don't like that. But if anybody is, I know Brenda's probably still friends with Damon, and he blocked me and I blocked him. I have his email address, I think. but I don't know if he would check it. If you guys are friends with him, let him know my let him know that I love and miss him, and I'm sorry for what I did, and I would like to repair the friendship if possible, because even though I'm still messed up and fucked up mentally, I'm in a more stable place in my life. I wasn't on the right dose of methadone at the time, and then all you know, a lot of other shit was going bad, and we were seeing things through different lights, and I said some things publicly on my Facebook page that I should have never said, and I said a lot of things to him privately over the phone when we were working out, trying to work out what happened, you know. And it just comes down to a misunderstanding on both parts, and me being very impulsive, two strong personalities, you know, two bitches toe-to-toe that will fight toe-to-toe, you know, but in a good way, meaning nothing bad meant, you know, nothing bad meant from that, you know, saying that. My email address is paganwitch13@gmail.com. If Damon, if you're watching this video, or Damon, if you're watching my video, please email me. I would like to talk to you. I would like to repair our friendship if you would like to do that. I'm game if you're game, and we can talk about what happened. And hash it out and try to reconnect and fix our friendship. And if it's meant to be, then it will happen. If it's not meant to be, then it won't happen. That's what I feel in my heart and soul. But if any of you guys are friends with him on his Facebook page, let him know about my video here, and let him know what I've said, and we'll go from there. But anyways, I got way off topic. The other coffee that I like from them, obviously, is the mocha coffee from Walmart. So I love the creme brulee from Walmart, and I love the mocha flavored from Walmart. Price point $3.88. This one says, "Our great value mocha flavored coffee exemplifies the perfect pairing in a cup. The cocoa and coffee aroma takes you to an Italian cafe. The taste immediately delivers a sweet yet well-balanced flavor of medium roast coffee and milk chocolate made with 100% Arabica coffee. And I know it's not Arabic, I can't say it right. Arabic, uh, Arabic, I just can't say it right, damn it. But this coffee blend is perfectly balanced in taste and mild in sweetness. This is better than the Starbucks coffee that you buy for $8 at Walmart. No shit. And these were selling out at the Greensburg Walmart that's close to us, and the Irwin Walmart that's close to us, or the North Huntington, or it's called the North Huntington Walmart. We just call it the Irwin Walmart, but these are the two biggies. And they have been selling like hotcakes. So I have two of these that aren't opened yet, and then this itty bitty one that still has some in it. And then I have this one opened of mocha, and then I have 4 backups of this. How that came up, how that came first started was I was down to less than what I have in here. I was down to like this much coffee, mocha. And both Walmarts were out of the coffee. So before my husband went to work the one day, I actually called his work and asked them if they could look. I asked them if they could please look at their inventory in the back and let me know over the phone if they had any in stock in the back, if they had, cases of it or whatever, which a case of these coffees come in a case of 6. And I told the guy at least 2, and then I begged my husband, can I get a 3rd one? He's like, yeah. And they put him back, because my husband's the supervisor at the Delmont Walmart. It would be cool if he was working at the North Huntington Walmart, but he is not. You have to be approved to transfer, and yes, it'd be better on gas and better in the wintertime, because we never know how bad it's going to get wintertime. Last 2 years it's been mild, but back in 2013 we were having winter storms every 3-4 days. And sometimes they plow our road, which is a backcountry road going downtown. Well, first you can go downtown Harmony, or you can turn on our street. And sometimes they do it early in the morning, and sometimes they didn't get to it until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Looking for an incense to burn. Gonna burn some pagan magic incense. I ran out of my patchouli and my bewitching incense. love the way that smells. But I ran out of patchouli and the bewitching incense. If anybody, if any other Wicca or Wiccans or witches, I consider myself a witch. Well, sort of in between Wicca and being a witch, but I feel like I'm like more of a witch, even though I don't practice much. I still collect my books and stuff when I can, and I still make my potions and my, you know, sea salt bath. My sea salt bath. I still make these, and I put them in a little organza bag. And for Halloween coming up, I have a pentacle on the bottom and a very cute little tiny skeleton key. And this is filled. When I make this, I get the bath salts from the Dollar Tree, and I get a whole bunch of them, and then I mix them together, and then I put a lot of herbs, a lot of resins grinded up in my mortar and pestle, or my mortar and pestle. I can't say it right, but you know what I'm saying. I grind them down, and then I put them in my, you know, it's actually a coffee grinder for coffee beans, but I use that. And a nice friend of mine from back in the day, and if you're watching, Kayla Jones, I love you. Please email me at paganwitch13@gmail.com, or please just, if anybody's friends with Kayla Jones, pretty sure that's her last name, let her know I'd like to talk to her and hook up with her again. Talk to her online. But these are chocked full of like all sorts of different salts. Kosher salt, sea salt, Epsom salts, lavender bud, hawthorn berries, I think blackberries, or whatever they're called, star of anise or anise, I can't say it right, sage, and sage oil that I make, dragon's blood, copal resin, frankincense resin, and myrrh, frankincense and myrrh resin. I basically, oh, and rose petals, and a lot more. So I put like, it's not like I put it's not like I just throw a whole bunch of shit in it and make it, you know, I put in what I'm called to put in, like what I am led with my heart and soul and being. You know what I'm saying, guys. Sometimes you don't use a recipe. Sometimes you just use your own intuition. I use my own psychic abilities and my, you know, to just, and then I basically just grab from here, and then I make it, and then it turns out amazing. I have a huge jar that we bought for sugar several years ago. And my husband got the jar from Walmart and it was like $15. Crazy, but worth it because it's a big jar about this big, this round, but it doesn't have one of those rubber silicone things to like protect the lid when you put it down. It's just like glass on glass, and I hate that. So we buy sugar in bulk, 25 pounds at Walmart for 12 bucks. And we bought a really cool barrel looking glass container this big, the same size, $15 with a screw top lid. And that's what we have our sugar in mainly. And then our overflow of sugar is still in the big bag, but folded over. And it's just, you buy in bulk, just like flour. I'm not baking right now, but if I started baking for the holidays coming up in the next several months, I would buy a 25-pound bag of flour for like $7 at Walmart. You know, I plan on making a lot of different homemade cookies. You know, chocolate chip, maybe some M&M ones, snickerdoodles. I would love to get the liqueur for Pizzelles. I can't, if I'm saying it right. You know, the Italian cookie that looks like a snowflake. I'd have to buy one of those presses or whatever and learn how to make those. But I love them because they smell and taste like licorice. I love black licorice, by the way. But they just smell really good. But I'd like to do that, you know. But there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do. I'd like to make my own candles and sell them. And I gave my first candle that I ever made to a close friend of mine at the eye doctor place that I go to. That's another story. Do you remember the really cool 2 pairs of glasses that I got several months back from America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses in Greensburg? I never had problems with them before. Back in 2010 with my warranties. I had a 1-year warranty and I traded both lenses and frames out right before the year was up, and I got 2 brand new pairs of glasses, but the same kind. And when I picked out a pair and it wasn't feeling right around my ears and I didn't like them, that's when I paid an extra $50 and got my really cool, if you remember, my pink ones that I love and miss. They were made by Kat Von D. Well, made in China probably, but possibly, but they said LA Ink in the corner of them, and then they had like skulls on the sides and stars. They just looked really cool, and they came in 2 colors, I think, green and pink, and I got the pink. And I would love to find another pair of those because I would take them to the eyeglass place I go to and have my good friend Judy, that I became close friends with her. And I talk to her when I go up there for fixing my glasses, and I talked to her on the phone. We became friends, and but anyways, I was having problems with my glasses. The manager that ran ordering the glasses and stuff, since I was having 2 months of problems with my glasses and them not being cut right, they were cut too fast, so they were sloppy, they weren't in properly, even though I loved them. Remember the pink nerdy ones that I loved? You know, I can't get those, and it's called the Colors brand, made in China. I could probably go up there and buy them for $59, but I'm not wasting $60 that I don't have on them. Even if they would sell them to me, I'd go to the where I go and get lenses put in, because you know, I just basically had a bad experience, and it got to the point where they let me, because of all the problems, they gave me a free upcharge, or I mean a free, basically there was a nicer designer pair for $100, and they waived the $30 for me to get the pair of glasses. But when the glasses came in, I was happy with them. I brought them home, but then I started looking at the glitter that was inside the plastic. When they make them, they put the glitter in, and the glasses turn out how they turn out. So the one side was really bright with silver flakes through the black, and the other side was really dull and didn't have too many. And Melissa, the bitch of the Greensburg American, you know, eyeglass and contacts, America's Best, America's Worst at this point. I'll never go there again. Never. I'm just going to where I've been going. But, she didn't want to order me a new pair. I mean, she ordered me one new pair, but the glitter was fucked up in it, and I tried to show her, and she's like, you can have the demo one on the wall, but I'm not ordering you another pair. And I was really nice, but I was starting to lose my shit and flip out. So basically, I went in one day, threw the shit on the went in there one day, threw the shit on the counter, and said, I want my fucking money back, and I want it back now. She went over there saying, well, I've tried to help and blah, blah, blah. I even told her I would try to come up with the money over the phone. I told her I'd try to come up with the $30 to pay for what they waived, so that if she could order me another pair of lenses. She basically was like, it costs money for us to order the lenses. Bullshit. They could have did it. She's just being a bitch. And she wasn't working there back in the day, I don't think. And if she was, I wasn't having a problem with her. This time there was a problem. Plus, my prescription is so thick now in my lenses that the lenses were sticking out this far past the back of my lens. Wait a minute. This far. so it looked like shit. So that was another reason. It was, so basically they gave us back $127.50 or something. We got that back on the card instantly, and for whatever reason, when we paid the second payment, when we picked up the glasses to start off with, they ran it as a credit card, even though it was a debit MasterCard we were using. And we had to wait like 2 weeks to get, almost 2 weeks to get like the $250-something. So they basically gave us back the $324 we spent for my eyeglasses, which my husband paid for. Thankfully, we had a little bit of money in the savings. He got a pair of, he got 2 pairs of glasses. He got the same frames he got back in 2010. He got a pair for reading, and he got a pair for distance. He needs to be in a no-line bifocal. His insurance through Walmart, through their eye center, I think will pay $55. He'll have to pay like $55 or $60, if I'm not mistaken, and then he can get a brand new pair of glasses. But they have to run his insurance and see what he'll get, you know. But it's totally worth it if he can get his insurance to pay for that. You know, they were, you know, the lady said that there were, you know, there were 2 different lenses, polycarbonate, that they're stronger. Normally they can stop a bullet, supposedly. But anyways, he basically is waiting until we have the money to do that. But, and I told him to, if he did that, to wear them only at the house. But the place we're going to now is the WOW outlet in Greensburg. And it's Fulton Family Optical. Let me see if I can find one of their cards. If anybody's from my area and needs eyeglasses, take your prescription, because any place you go to, let me gotta sort of get the incense out of the way a little bit. The lady that she doesn't own it, but the lady that's been working there for 18 years and went to school to be an I'm not sure how to say it. If I'm saying an obstetrician, I think that's a baby doctor. So I'm saying it wrong, I think. She's an ophthalmologist or whatever. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, she's not an eye doctor, but she's right under that. And she does amazing work cutting the lenses. Her son works there. Her son does amazing work cutting the lenses. So even though I have a thick prescription, they're not sticking out like the other ones. And my insurance paid $100, so we only had, so my insurance paid $100, and I got my money back from America's Best, so I even got the money back for the eye exam. It was a free eye exam if you paid, or if you got your glasses there. But I have a 2-year eyeglass lens prescription, and my eyes got so bad. I I do miss my eye doctor, but I won't go there. I'll probably go to Walmart, either pay cash or use my insurance and just get a prescription wrote out, and then I'll go to the WOW outlet to Fulton Family Optical. Give me 1 minute. Oh, I just want to show you one of their cards. Just because I think it's... Give me 1 minute. I gotta look in my handbag. Let me fix my... I'm starting to get a little tired, even though I took my methadone. I'm starting to get a little tired. Not that I'm going back to sleep. I'm not going back to sleep. I just got up at like at 5:50, but it's 8 o'clock and I've been making this video for 1 hour and 36 minutes, so this is just an update. Vlog. But here is their card. Fulton Family Optical, quality eyewear at reasonable prices. So they have lenses there, the lenses. They have eyeglasses there, and they have stock there, and then they have ones that you can order out of a catalog, and they are amazing. You know, I've been having a problem with my polycarbonate. There was, from what I've learned and or found out, and Judy learned and her son learned that work for the owners, what they found out, that my prescription is a special prescription, obviously, and the one eye is different than the other eye by a hair, literally. I'm fixing my hair, but joke, pun. No, anyways, I'm just being silly. I'm grateful to get on camera and just be myself. Even though I repeat stuff because I have, you know, OCD and mental problems. All you guys love me that watch me, and some people hate watch my videos. And I don't understand that. Like, people like hate watch people on YouTube, and it's like, are you fucking crazy? Go somewhere else. You know, when you have a channel, in my opinion, it's like your house, your doorstep, your domain. Even though you have to follow the rules of YouTube and Google. there's people that just do disgusting things and harass people, like I got back in the day. But thankfully, those disgusting, frog fucking, fat motherfuckers are leaving me alone. Not that I'm not fat and overweight. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody that's overweight, but you know who I'm talking about. That spider woman, or whatever she's calling her channel now, Sage, whatever. She's just fucked up, and I'm glad that she's not my friend, you know. She watches my videos. I wish they had more controls on YouTube that you could literally ban them from seeing any video. But you can't. You know, they can still watch your fucking videos. There's still a couple of people I don't like are still subbed to my videos. I've talked about them in the past. About 3 of them. Just friendships that didn't work out. Some were worse than others, the fallout. Of course, the spider lady, I trap you in my web. I let you get close to me as a friend. And when you get close to me as a friend, I stick you with my fangs and do everything in my power to push you away, but then try to pull you back because I'm fucked up because I've been severely abused. That's her truth. She talks about forgiveness. That is such bullshit. Regardless of how many channels you make, you're still the same disgusting fat bitch cunt cow from Canada that I despise with every fiber of my being, because when we were friends you wrote such a disgusting email to me through YouTube, and a lot of you guys remember what happened. And it fucked me up because I let her get close to me. Almost as close as me and Damon were, but not as close. But, I just don't like her. Don't like a couple other people. I just wish that YouTube would go back a little bit to their old ways, you know, where you can make your channel a little more, you know, a little more you, instead of a stupid banner. I loved the old YouTube from back in like 2006, well not 6, 2007 and 8 and 9 and 10, back in the day when you could put your background, any background, like pentacles or anything, you could make it opaque and see it brightly or see a little bit of it. I just miss all of that. I miss the little messages you could leave at the bottom, and I had my little psychic reading prices there, and you know, there's other offshoots of YouTube, like Vimeo. That's not bad, but you're sort of restricted with a free account. There's Daily Motion, but... And then there's Upload Society. I still have my old channel over there. It's under Wicked Witch on Upload Society. So I have old videos over there. If you want to go over there, and that's very similar how YouTube used to look. For God's sakes, I had a GIF. It's not a GIF, but a GIF, a moving photo. I had a black one, a black background with snowflakes falling, and it was on the top of my page over there. But I haven't posted in a while over there, obviously because I have this channel, and this is where all the people are at. But if they made something better than YouTube, a lot of us would go over there. Because YouTube has become a shit show. It's all about money. And how much money you can make, and drama, and YouTube celebrities, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm not lying to you. I wouldn't mind becoming more popular, more famous, whatever you want to call it. Just for being myself. And just for, my psychic abilities, my mediumship abilities. I still am going to do my Storytime ghost stories. And that's going to be a series that I do here and there. I'm just trying to get my bearings back. Get back in the swing of making videos. But my videos will be more focused. Not rigid and stiff, but more focused. I'll have topics that I'll, address, and because I'd like to talk about different psychic abilities I have, ghost stories, mediumship, what I've learned so far from others, and through books and stuff. But anyways, Fulton Family Optical, they're at the WOW Outlet. The WOW Outlet at 212 Outlet Way, STEF, Greensburg, PA, 15601. Their phone number is 724-837-7810. And again, Fulton Family Optical. Their phone number is 724-837-7810. And they have glasses for $25. They have, I'm wearing a pair of a little more expensive glasses. I just got them. I ended up getting 5 pairs of glasses. It first started out getting 2 pairs original, like I got from America's Best. But then my insurance paid $100 extra. So then I got 3 pairs. And then when I was having problems with my lenses and getting them recut, then I wanted, basically, the 4th pair that I got from them was pinching my nose. And then I bought a Marilyn Monroe frame for $17.50 off of eBay. There was a woman that used to work at an eyeglass store, and she bought the Marilyn Monroe line eyeglasses. There's a line that came out back in 2014. They have a nice pair of sunglasses online that I would love to get for it's like $495. I know that's crazy, but I like the red ones. They have Swarovski, I can't say it right, crystals embedded in them. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous. And they have the cat eye. It's sort of like the old cat eye, but with a new twist. But I love Judy. She's amazing. And, you know, I got good prices. They're reasonable there. And I also got some trial contact lenses. And I tried a couple of free contact lenses that they normally give you. And it's such a shit show. Sometimes you do need to sit down and get a different prescription for your contacts. But she put my eyeglass prescription in the contacts and I could still see. So the ones I wear are, I was using the Dailies disposables. I have these that she gave me. And when you go get contacts from a eye doctor, what they do is they'll give you a couple of different kinds to try. And these are 1-day contact lenses, but you could wear them for a week or two, for God's sakes. If you're cleaning them regularly, making sure you get that protein deposit off there. But 6 came in a box, and I have a box of this. This is for my right eye. And then I have a box of left ones. I'll still use these even though they're a little uncomfortable. I don't want to waste them. And then she gave me, these are my, you know, samples. And then she gave me another pack of dailies to try, but in a little lower prescription than my regular prescription, because my eyes got 7 to 8 times worse. And my eye doctor said that could be from the medication I've been on for years, or it could be from my mental health. But what I got now is AccuView Oasis brand contact lenses. And of course it says sample, not for sale. So these are just demos she gave me, just to be nice. And I love her so much. And if you're watching Judy, I love you so much as a friend. And I love coming up and seeing you. And I look forward to our friendship growing and us visiting with each other and going out to lunch, and just I know that's gonna happen. It just hasn't happened yet because she works a lot, and all depends on where I'm at and how I feel mentally. But if you're watching my video, I love you, and big hugs, girlfriend. You've helped me out so much with telling me the honest truth, you know. But they make a lot of eyeglasses there for other eyeglass stores because they have really good lower prices than other eye doctors. You know, they have a small lab there and they cut the lenses right there. You know, so they get the lenses in, they come in, the lenses then come in big, and then they gotta shape them. But sometimes, you know, you can end up getting some problems that happen. Problem with my glasses were, a couple were cracking, and a couple of other people had the same issue. So we found out that most likely, with my prescription and close to my prescription, the manufacturer that was making my lenses probably got a bad set of lenses, because I had a pair that had cracks on them and a bubble in them, and they had to be recut, and I had to go up there so many times to have lenses redone because I got scratches on them. But in a year, within a year, if I need to change them out, I'll change them out. The frame, if it needs changed out, and the lenses, or just the lenses. It all depends, because you do get scratches, but she told me exactly how to take care of your glasses. But since she basically gave me a year, because these are like 2 weeks to a month of contact lenses. Plus she gave me 2 pairs of these to try in the beginning. So I have 9 pairs of these. I am so grateful for her friendship, for her help. This is what I use on my contacts. You can buy a double pack for under $6 at Walmart. It's the Equate brand at Walmart. Multi-purpose solution for soft contact lenses. Retains moisture for lasting comfort. Cleans and disinfects. Listen, it's an all-in-one. Cleans. Oh shit. Okay. Don't know why that happened, but my tape just flew off the table. Could have been paranormal. Could have just been off the side. Who knows? It just went bloop. Who knows? Could have just been it's sitting underneath my I have an entertainment center that holds a TV that my computer is on, my laptop, and then I have my other laptop down below. We pulled it out of the garbage, and that's what we were using as a table in my living room for a couple of months. Somebody was throwing it out, so I talked my husband into letting me have this part of the kitchen with my tapestries up there and my little, my little doodads, as I call it. Little Christmas ornaments that I like, and just little things that I like that I made hanging down, and my big tapestry that is a lot bigger than that. I had to fold it over from the bottom because there's 2 butterflies at the bottom, but then there's a couple more at the bottom, and then there's 2 there, but then there's a couple more at the top, and I just had to fold it over and make it fit. And I hate the way it looks up there because we haven't filled them in yet. It looks like crap. But of course, I still have my Christmas lights up in my window and around my molding. And I love them because my husband got them for me for like $12 2 years ago. The one pair didn't really short out, but could be a bulb loose that fucks up every now and then the blue lights don't work, but they are amazing. They do like 17 or 18 different effects. So I have them, and I have them on the one setting that I love, and it's the random setting. It's the random setting. Something's on my screen. Hold on. Oh, that. Oh, wait. Oh, duh. That's my fucking cat back there sleeping. She scared the fuck out of me. We've got to, fill the cracks in. And we may start doing that soon, before winter. Fill in the cracks, and then paint at least the kitchen, and then start working on the living room. Because unless we get a lot of money, we plan on staying here. Just living off my husband's income. Not trying to tell my business, but even though he makes $15 an hour as a supervisor, which would be very close to what he made as a manager up at the Jiffy Lube store in Greensburg when he was a manager. And then they demoted him. That was just fucked up situation that shouldn't have happened. But anyways, things happen for a reason, for the good and the bad. But anyways, this is what I use. Back in the 90s, they had so many bottles you had to use. One for cleaning, disinfecting, rinsing, some type of spray, and then every week you had to put your contacts in this little tiny beaker that it was either blue or green, in a clear beaker with a lid, and put a little protein remover tablet in the bottom and solution, and it would clean the protein off the lenses. Thank God that, for God's sakes, technology, an all-in-one. And of course, I use the contact lens rewetting drops. I wish this came in a bigger container. Now, of course, to save money, you could always fill this up, open it up, pop off the top, fill this up with the solution, and if you don't have the money to buy the contact lens rewetting drops, don't use Visine or anything on your lenses or your eyes except the rewetting drops, in my opinion. But you can do what you want. But to save money, you can always put, and I heard this from the one lady that works up at my pharmacy, you can put this solution and just drip it in your eye as a rewetting drop, or put it in your little bottle. I may have to do that, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'll make sure that we get what we need to get. But next time, because next time I'm getting the 2 bottles of this, and you don't need a lot, a couple of drops, gently go in a circle motion to both sides, a couple of drops again to rinse, and then put them in your eye, or put them in the case. Make sure the case is at least a little more than half full, but not totally full. And then to clean your glasses, to not get scratches on them. And I know you hear so many different stories. That's why I started crying at I call it the eye doctor. It's not really an eye doctor. It's just the place where they make them and stuff. But basically, Anyways, they tell you not to use alcohol-based lens cleaner. Well, there is a good Walmart brand lens cleaner. Geez, I'm all over the place, but bear with me. This is a very good eyeglass cleaner, and you can use this and spray this on your phones, and then use a microfiber cloth or on your tablet. Just be careful. Be careful. It contains, it says check with your obstetrician before, or no, optical, O-P-I, or O-P-T-I-C-I-A-N. That's what my friend Judy is, I think. Anyways, because she went to school to learn how to cut them, and she's been doing it for 18 years. I basically filled this with straight alcohol, and I got it from Walmart for $1.50. It's 91% isopropyl alcohol, and sometimes I spray my glasses, but sometimes getting the spray on your eyeglass frames, it may take the color off after a while. So that happened minorly on my Jessica Simpson pair of eyeglasses. So the one pair, the cat eye Jessica Simpson ones, are on back order, and they have little tiny black Swarovski crystals in the corners. This is just the new pair I got, the J-Lo ones. And I wouldn't have got them if I didn't get a good deal, so. But, she's amazing. What she told me to do to clean them is, of course, go to the bathroom and get a little bit of dishwashing liquid on your hand with, with some water, and make some suds. Make sure you still have that a little bit of dishwashing liquid on your fingers. And what you do is you gently go in one motion on the outer part. Let me see. You go in one motion in the outer part of your lenses, cleaning them. And then once you do that, because you want to get the debris off the edges, you don't want to get it on the lens and get it scratched. And then after you do the outer with your two fingers, very ever so gently, then you do the middle. And then you rinse them off with not cold, not hot water, but sort of like a more cool, a little bit of warm water. That's what I do. And then she said she pokes a hole in the top of this. She pokes a hole right through this, and then takes regular. This is. I normally would never buy these. I would use toilet paper, not for my eyeglasses, but to blow my nose and to also go to the bathroom. But anyways, she said go buy yourself regular facial tissues. And I asked her if these would work, and she said yes. And they're just the cheap ones you get at Walmart for 85 cents. This one has 185 two-ply white tissues, so this has more in it. So it was a couple of more cents more, like $1.35 or something. but they have like a 3-pack for under $4. Basically, I'll have to get another box soon. But I basically stuffed them down in, and I put them under on the second shelf of my little entertainment center I turned into my desk. And I just sit here and watch make my movies or make my videos. They're almost like movies, right? I hope you guys enjoy my videos, because sometimes I'll just make a long video, sometimes I'll make short videos. It all depends. I may be on a roll and make a 3-hour video about my different ghost stories. I will be doing that very soon. Very soon. I will be doing some free readings. So if you want a free reading from me, Vanessa Steele, professional psychic and medium, but still learning, I'm a damn good medium, and I can connect with your loved ones. That's my main ability. But I'm also a psychic. I'm clairvoyant. I'm clairaudient. I have clairgustance. I basically have all the clairs. And I feel in my heart and soul I'm a physical medium. So if you ever watched The Dead Files, type in The Dead Files and watch an episode on YouTube. Try to find a copy that the voice isn't fucked up on it. But that's on the Travel Channel. Since a lot of people are just canceling their cable. You know, right now you can go on YouTube and pay for the red, whatever that means, the red, YouTube Red, or YouTube Red, but you also can do, you also can do, I don't know if it comes at YouTube Red, because I'm just slowly learning about this. YouTube is now having 40 channels, 40 plus channels of live streaming regular TV. It's like Netflix, but streaming TV. And if it's not a lot of money, I possibly would do it, if it had what I wanted. But normally, I'd go to different torrent sites, and basically a lot of people, I don't do it. I don't upload my shit. But a lot of people will record a digital copy with their DVR or their whatever, and within an hour they'll upload the new episode of The Walking Dead, or Long Island Medium, or The Dead Files, or the rescue mediums like I like watching, or a movie. So that's where I download, and that's where me and my husband download. Yes, it is against the law, copyright infringement, but in my opinion, you should be able to file share, especially if you bought the DVD. We have good software we bought where we can actually make a digital copy of our files and put them on our computer just for our own use, just so we don't have to always pull the DVD out, Or you can make a data disc. You can make a data disc out of a blank DVR and put a couple of files on that. MP3s. Of course, if you don't use a CDR, if you use a data disc, then you'll get more stuff on there, but you'll be able to play it on your laptop Some DVD players may play them, but you know, for friends I may make a little what you know. My one friend Chaston, hi Chaston, I love you. Shout out to Chaston Marshall, I love you. And I love that the donation the donations that you can do here and there. I appreciate every donation you've given me, and it hasn't been every month, but he's helped me out greatly here and there, and I am so grateful for your friendship. I'm so grateful for your friendship. Just because we don't talk a lot doesn't mean that we're not friends. I'm just going through a lot in my life, and I know you go through a lot in your life. So we both have stuff going on in our lives that prevent us from hooking up and talking at the same time. We may be on the internet at different times. It just all depends. But we do talk from time to time, and I love you, Chaston, with all my love in my heart and soul. Mwah. But I made him a couple of DVRs of Sylvia Browne stuff that I've collected and downloaded. But anyways, to get back to your glasses, after you wash them with soap and water, gently take them. Try to get the extra water off by doing that gently. Then what you do is I buy this brand, and it's at Walmart. It's Flex, F-L-E-N-T. It's F-L-E-N-T-S. Wipe and Clear Eyeglass Lens Cleaner. Removes fingerprints, smudges, and oil. Streak-free. Made in the USA. It says check with your OPTICIAN before using this product on anti-reflective coated lenses. Now, my glasses are they have the AR anti-reflective coating on them. They are the polycarbonate lenses, the better lenses, not the real expensive, but the better lenses, not the plastic. I don't think they're glass, but they're polycarbonate, whatever. What I do is you would take a tissue, and it's got to be a facial tissue, not a paper towel, not toilet paper, and it's got to be a regular facial tissue from Walmart or wherever. It can't have any aloe or anything on it. And what you do is you gently put rubbing alcohol on there, regardless what you've been told from different eyeglass places. They tell you not to do that because it will take the coating off. It will not take the coating off. It will not break down your lenses. I met my friend Judy at the WOW outlet at the Fulton Family Optical Eyeglass place where you can get your eyeglasses made, and you can buy them and they make them there. It's like cutting out the middleman, so it's cheaper. They have lenses there, or they have frames there. You may like a frame, and it may be the only one they have. They may, it may be $25. They have really cheap in price, but very affordable frames. Then they have more designer frames like J-Lo, Ray-Bans, the Jessica Simpson eyeglass frames, which I love. Some of her frames. I got 2 pairs of her glasses. But what I do is I spray, because I fill this with pure 91 91% isopropyl alcohol. But if you don't want to use 91%, get the 50%. And I spray a couple of sprays, and I make it totally wet. And then what I do is I gently take my fingers and gently go in one motion twice on one lens at a time. And I do the same thing again. Make sure your finger doesn't pop through the tissue. Then I'm going to do it one more time on the other lens. And then I'm going to get a fiber, throw this away. Then I'm going to get a fiber give me 1 minute because my husband just woke up. But then I'm going to get, I know, you're going back to bed. But I love you, honey, and I'll see you when you wake up. But after you put your alcohol on there, you take your microfiber rag, and you gently go in one direction, and that's it. Can you pull me one of the good ones out? Thank you. You wanna make sure that there's nothing on your microfiber rags, or not rags, but your microfiber cloth. And you can buy these at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, but use the soft side. If you wash them in the washer, but if you don't put them in the washer if you're going to use Downy or any type of fabric softener. But if you just use like regular laundry soap, you can do it, and then hang them up at home, or because we go to a laundromat. We don't have laundry facility here at the house yet, but anyways, hopefully we will in the future, because we want to buy one of those small but nice all-in-one washer and dryer. They're very popular over in the UK. They have them in their kitchens. That's basically where I'm thinking about putting ours. They're very small. But anyways, I'm going to do this one more time. You get a fresh Kleenex. Let me go to the bathroom first, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna be wrapping up my video soon because I'm getting tired. Not well, not really sleepy tired, just tired, worn out because I've been on here for like 2 hours and 24 minutes. So I spray my glasses, or I spray the paper towel again, or not the paper towel. Jesus. I spray my facial tissue, and then I gently go in one motion over the lenses and through the woods. To grandmother's house we go. After I get off of, Jesus, almost flew away from me. After I get done making my video, I'm gonna relax, maybe watch, ghost documentary or paranormal documentary, just relax. I like watching a lot of documentaries, even end of life documentaries. Those are very interesting. I like watching like Dr. G, but I also like watching like the funeral type of stuff, like the autopsy, HBO autopsy series, and then they used to have a good series called Family Plots. You want to make sure there's nothing on your microfiber rag. And this is, it says Synergy Crystal. That's the coating, the hard coating that I have on my lenses. Plus an anti-reflective on there. You go in one, movement. It fell on the floor in one area, but not on the other side. There's just one little area, but you just gently just go over them. Yes, my dog is walking on a bunch of coffees, for God's sake. Oh. And there you go. I have clean glasses. But these are JLo brand glasses, and they're closeouts, meaning they're the last pairs, I think. So they have a lot of closeouts there that you can get very affordable prices for. And then they have like Jessica Simpson ones where, it's how Jessica Simpson has her own line of clothes, handbags, and shoes, well, and perfume, or whatever else she does. I don't know. The edible perfume stuff. She used to have that, but she's like a mogul now, or whatever. She doesn't make them, but she makes. I'm sure some of them are her designs and approval on her handbags and stuff. But I have 2 pairs of Jessica Simpson eyeglasses, and their original price was like $135 and $145. But I got them for a good price. I'm just gonna say it. I didn't pay full price totally for the closeouts, because those are a lot cheaper. But these are the JLo ones, and they sort of have a. I just wanted a small, tiny pair. They have like a little checkered or X lace type of look to them, and then they're a little rough on the sides a little bit, and then you'll see the little JJO on there. Anyways, now we're going to show you my eyeglasses. Then I'm going to show you my coffee, and then I'm going to get off of the camera or the video because I'm getting tired. This is a cool lens case I got from the America's Best that I hold. Isn't that pretty that I hold my lenses in? This is a nice Lulu Guinness, if I'm saying it right, case. That is real pretty and comes with its own rag, or its own cleaning cloth with its emblem on it. You can even, I was looking at readers at Walmart, cheap eyeglasses at Walmart, because Judy said, you can bring in your own frame that you want, and we'll put you can buy lenses, and we can cut them and put them in there. So I was actually looking at $7 and $10 frames, literally, and I would have gotten them. I wouldn't have turned some of them away. This is a pair that I bought. There's a whole line of Marilyn Monroe eyeglasses and sunglasses. They're normally $100 or more. This pair is probably $140. I got it for $17.50. The woman was selling it for $25, and the only reason why I got it because I wanted at least one pair of the Marilyn Monroe line eyeglasses. I was trying to get the old school cat eye, but I'm lucky that I got this. And this is how cool they are. They're red in the front. And then they have like a, zebra animal print there on the back. They're red on the inner, and it says MMO 102 615 615 53 and 16. So that's the measurements of the frames, and the 16, the last number is the number of the width of your nose piece. So I fit good around the 16 and 18 ones. And then of course there is the leopard on the sides, which is so fucking cool. And then it has an M for Marilyn Monroe. Like I said, there's a beautiful pair of sunglasses I would love to get, but they're $500. They're bright red. They have them on Amazon.com. And I would have Judy pop out the lenses, the sunglasses, and put regular lenses in there. Checking to make sure they're pretty much clean. she may have to warm them up here and like retweak them, because sometimes if they're not lined up properly with your ears, your eyes feel like they're like going like that. They're pretty much lined up normal. They definitely are the same prescription. Aren't they cute? And then of course I'm doing the blue hair. And I'll keep bluish purple. I'll keep doing the midnight indigo for a while until I let it grow out, fade out, and do a different color. I don't want to have to bleach my hair to use the other colors. I really don't want to have to do that. So, I mean, not that I wouldn't do that, but I don't have the money to pay a hairstylist to professionally bleach my hair. I did meet a woman, a really nice black woman. Not that I'm racist or anything, for God's sakes, but a really nice black woman, and she's a beautician. I met her in the aisle of the nail polishes at the Dollar Tree. And she's a beautician, licensed cosmetologist, nail technician. I have her cards, and if I ever have the money, I would want to see if she could sew in hair pieces for me. I have a friend that does nails for her friends, and they give her a couple of bucks, and she practiced for about a year. When I do mine, and I just put them in their case, I do my own nails. I normally just do fake nails, the Kiss nails. I hate the fact it's only around Halloween time where they have the stilettos actually in the Kiss box. But I bought 2 boxes online for $14, about $7 a piece, from a seller in New York. So if I have to buy them like that, so be it. And I just glue them on, and the best nail glue to use is the Kiss nail glue, maximum speed nail glue. And you can start off doing your acrylic nails. Watch videos like me. I have learned from watching Lady Grave Dancer. Hi Tequila. I love you, girl. Shout outs to Lady Grave Dancer. Hopefully when I feel better, me and you can do a meetup video, and you'll put it on your channel for me. But I miss talking to you, obviously. But I just do a lot of just glue on nails, paint them, but I also do acrylic, and you can just get the little tiny kits at Walmart. They're $6 for the refill kits. I love the little tiny brushes that they have. These are the Jessica Simpsons. And the Jessica Simpson, so I don't know if it's a leather case. It says Jessica Simpson. I'm waiting on a replacement pair of frames, because they just faded just a wee little bit on the sides. And around their crystals, they got just a little from me spraying them with alcohol, and then I found out from Judy not to do that, but there's little black Swarovski, I can't say it, crystals. Well, it's taken some of the color off around them, which made them look a little white. Aren't those cute? And they have the, you see those, the black? But if you look really closely, I don't know, you can't see it, but around each one it's a little white, so. But anyways, until she gets a new frame, I'm just gonna wear my frame. And they're so comfortable. They have other frames. Jessica Simpson, you know, has probably, she tells the people that make them what color she wants, and some of them have better colors than other ones. Like, I would have wanted these maybe a different color here, but but they're totally black, and that's fine. And it says JS on the back for Jessica Simpson. And then I looked at all the pairs of the next pair. I looked at all the pairs, and this one has, this is the wheat. This is the wheat. These are the cat eyes. I wanted a more old school cat eye, but I can always get another pair down the road. I never would have dreamed I would even have 5 pairs now. It's not like I'm Elton John or anything, but they're a fashion statement, and they make me feel pretty. So even though I don't have my, like, big pink nerdy glasses, not dirty glasses, nerdy glasses, but cool, maybe I can find them and buy them online or something, or maybe I can see if she can get them eventually. I don't know. That's the one pair that I really miss and love. I'm just checking to make sure that they're okay. All right. I gotta clean them. But even though I don't have those pink nerdy glasses, these sort of look nerdy but high class. Look at these. Aren't those the bomb? Aren't those the bomb diggity? With my different hair color. You're going to see, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of changes in me because I'm back on female hormones. My breasts are slowly growing. Slowly growing. For 13 years I was on female hormones, and then I lost my doctor, and then I was off my hormones. But I found a really good doctor. Well, I call her a doctor. She's basically a doctor to me. She works she works with Stacy Lane. And if you want to know anything about her, Google Dr. Stacy Lane, Lane, in Pittsburgh, PA. Just to get an idea who she is, because She opened up her practice as a doctor because a lot of girls are getting their hormones on the black market on the street or going to like Mexico or whatever. They don't know what the fuck they're getting. You know, she opened up her practice, and then there's another practice that up in Washington, which is the same, basically the same well, it may be this same time, but I don't think it's the same distance. I don't know. It may be the same distance, but I would rather go to Washington, PA. It's 45 minutes on like a highway, a country highway basically, past little towns. But these are my wheat glasses. And I think it's kind of cool, the clear, but I checked the other colors, and I wish she would have had, you know, do you see how the leopard here? I wish she would have had maybe these bright pink, with maybe like a glitter top on edge, because they have like 5 other colors like these. They have five other colors, I think. 4 to 5 colors in this frame, but there is a slight edge up on the top. And see, they had a pair of like purple ones, but they weren't bright purple. They were like a dull purple, and they had like a line going up there. I'm like, damn, I would like to sit down and ask Jessica Simpson, why the fuck didn't you make this style, in a couple of really cool, funky colors? Really cool, amazing, funky color combinations. I mean, I like what she did, but I mean, come on. She has other designs that I wouldn't wear. You know, they're like sort of like round and have a weird nose piece, but they're like hot pink, leopard, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? The last pair I got of these, they broke. They broke on the corner, so I'm just making sure they're not breaking or anything. I'm just double checking for a minute. There's a little tiny imperfection, and I hate it because I have really bad OCD. It's like the top of it just has a little space in it. I'm trying to think when you put them on if it like slowly goes away. This one is fine. This one has a minor little space at the top that I don't like. But she has another pair of these up there. She could always swap them out with the other pair. Still use these at the demo. I'll have to ask her if she could do that for me. She will. me see for a minute. There. So I'm not sure if you can see that little thing on there, the side, the little line on there or not. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I'll ask her if she can see it. Because if it doesn't, if it goes away when I put them on, fine. But if it's still like there, then yeah, that's still there. It's no big deal. I'll see if she'll swap them out. Because there's a demo pair up there. She can just swap them out if she doesn't mind. I hate having OCD. And then there's one more pair. I got these for like $60 because they were, I think, the last pair, and on not on clearance, but the last pair. They're Versace, made in Italy. And the nose piece is 16, and it says wait, let me show you. Wait. No, oh, and here's the and here is the little woman, or it's the little emblem of Versace. You see that? There's like a anyways, there's like a little face emblem in the middle of that circle, and then that's the Versace. That's the Versace design. And these are really amazing. Just checking them. These are made very nice in Italy. See, there's a tiny little space in between, like where the glasses meet up, but that's no big deal. But the other pair, I'm going to see if she'll switch out, just for the hell of it. But look at this. Aren't those cute? They sort of go down. So, I'm rocking it, baby. And I'm happy. Happy I'm back on hormones. Happy I have a good doctor. she treats other transsexuals and transgender people. And I got a paper from her because my driver's license expires on November 8th, the day before my birthday. Instead of my birthday's on November 9th, 1976. And my husband's is November 13th, 1969. And our license, both of them, run out in November. So we got the papers in the mail, and we have to literally renew them. And I have a gender marker paper. To take to them, so them, because it's been saying male the whole time, the whole since 99, 98, since I officially changed my name, since I haven't had bottom surgery. I'm sort of on the fence. I mean, I went through a place called Persad, and I could easily get my surgery if I had the money. I would go to Bangkok, Thailand, because there are a lot of girls, a lot of transsexual girls, male to female like me, that are going there, and the facilities are amazing. You know, it's a nice, clean hospital, nice doctors. They do facial feminization surgery, veneers on your teeth, breast implants, nose jobs, your vaginoplasty, everything. But I don't care. Like, in the beginning, I wanted my surgery, and I went through a place called Persad, and they have a place in Butler Street, Persad Center, 5301 Butler Street, Suite 100, in Pittsburgh, PA, 15201. Their number is 1-888-873-7723, and that's 1-888-873-7723 if you need to see them. Our mission is to improve the well-being of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer / questioning LGBTQ people, with those affected by HIV and AIDS. And they don't just treat people that have HIV and AIDS. They treat people like me that don't have it. Our expertise comes from decades of experience serving the LGBT community, people, and addressing the well-being of the community. Emotional and mental support, you know, non-judgmental, specializing in LGBT counseling, training and advocacy, youth and family services, older adult services, HIV and AIDS services, transgender services, counseling, support groups, and referrals. So I went through the whole process. I was already living as a woman when I walked in the door. I was already on hormones when I went to Persad. Well, not the first time, but the second time. I went there for a whole year because you have to live as a woman for a whole year to get in front of the gender team, which is a bunch of professional psychiatrists and psychologists that are on the gender team board. And they met with me for like 20 minutes and asked me a lot of questions, and they approved me for my sex reassignment surgery down below. But after 7 years, they destroy your records, which sucks. So I'm upset that they destroyed my records, because I told them that some girls may have to work 20 years to get the money for bottom surgery. And basically, I put the time in, not that it's jail, but I put the time in doing it. But it is what it is. So, but I'm grateful, very grateful, that they have one in Washington, PA, where I go every couple of months to see my doctor for my for my hormone therapy, and I'm taking 2 milligrams a day of estradiol. It's a different estrogen than Premarin, and the protocol is female estrogen. And she started me out on a small dose of 2 milligrams and a day of estradiol. I could either have that or go in there every month and her give me a shot in my hip butt area with liquid estrogen in a shot form. But I didn't want to have to do that, so I'm just doing the regular. I'm just doing the regular hormone pills. And then I'm on spirolactone, which is a water pill, but kicks down the testosterone, and it kicks the testosterone down in transgender women. She wants the level at like 0, so that would be, that's like a chemical castration. And FYI, I only have one testicle because I had a huge accident when I was a teenager. I was riding my bike, standing up, and I smashed myself in the privates on my bike that I was riding. And then I sort of wrecked and was having a lot of pain in my testicles and stuff. So I hobbled in the bathtub and got a shower and was having pain. Mom and Dad never owned, well, they took them years to own a car, and my dad to get his license, but that's a different fucking story. But anyways, they took me to the hospital, and they said that I obviously probably heard it when I slammed down on the bike, and I may have twisted it a little bit in my sleep, but the pain should go away and sent me home with no pain medication or anything. I sat there for 2-3 days in major pain, and one of my testicles, the right one, swelled up to this size. So when I went up there, they didn't even take me back. I was writhing in pain, sitting there in the ER with my father. They took me back with my father. The doctor, who was a foreign doctor, but fine and competent and very nice and caring, he took a flashlight and a paper towel tube, and he put the paper towel tube up against the testicle, and he flashed a light on the testicle and realized it was dead, strangled, dying, and had it to be. I was rushed into surgery immediately. And then the next day, they're having me walk around, and then I'm sent home with, like, I think some pain medicine, but I can't remember. But that really fucked me up. It made me feel less of who I was. And at the time, I thought I was a just regular gay male. I didn't know that there was a, term transgender or gender dysphoria. And that's what I have, gender dysphoria. That's the term. And do you know what I just found out from my doctor? My doctor, Carol Priest, up in Washington, PA, and the Vanessa'S Center. They they changed the law. They changed the law for transgender male to females a year ago. And government insurances like I have UPMC for you, and it's UPMC for you, and it's through Medicaid, through welfare, and until I hopefully win my case, whenever I have my court case in Pittsburgh again. Hopefully it's with a different lawyer, or I mean a different judge, or if I lose that, then we go to federal court. I'm hoping and praying that I get my disability back, because I'm going to a psychiatrist for Klonopin for my anxiety, but when I see him on the 12th, I'm going to see if he can switch me, instead of the 3 milligrams a day of Klonopin, if he can switch me to like 3 milligrams a day of Xanax, because even though the Klonopin's helping a lot, I'm not on an actual therapeutic dose. I need a higher dose, but he won't give it to me because I'm on a high dose of methadone. But that's a whole crazy story. And there's now there's a policy at Medmark, used to be MedTech, but Medmark, the methadone center I go to, you can only stay if you're taking benzos. I was sort of grandfathered in, so since I already was on the medicine, they let me take it. But anybody that comes in there on any kind of medication, that's a benzo, Pines, Klonopin, Xanax, Valium, whatever, they have 6 months to get off the medication or discharge and not be there anymore. But I basically stay where I'm at, which means I'm happy that I'm there, that I go 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But in 2 years, I would be eligible to just go 2 days a week, Monday and Friday. So when 2 years comes about, I'm going to try to file a grievance and see if the medical director, Dr. Conforti, will or can override that and give me my privileges. All they need to do is do a detailed urine test on me, and it will show them how much medicine is in my body. Half the time the Klonopin's not popping up. So they like tested me like right there. They had me take a little Dixie cup back and tested it, and it came up positive. And I wanted to come up positive because I'm taking the medicine daily. It's just not a high enough dose. So let's say my anxiety, I have it all the time, even now, but I have it all the time. So let's say it's 100 up here. It's 100. The Klonopin's dropped it down to maybe like 70, 60. I'm still suffering. See, before I was on Klonopin with another doctor, and I had 1 milligram 3 times a day of Klonopin, and then I was on 1 milligram a day diazepam, Valium, for panic attacks. Well, I'm going to see if my doctor will switch me to Xanax, because it works faster. And I took it, they gave it, my aunt gave me one of her pills, which is not a good idea to take someone else's medication, but she gave me a Xanax at my mother's service at her funeral because I was so upset. And it calmed me down enough that I wasn't all freaked out. So 3 milligrams a day of Xanax would be a huge improvement over like me still struggling and suffering with a lot of anxiety. I'll still have it, but on the Xanax, I'll be able to cope better. So Who knows? My one doctor is an out. My psychiatrist is an asshole. You know, last time made me he made me cry. You know, he's like, "You're a heroin addict. You're a heroin addict, substituting your addiction for your, methadone. Now you're addicted to methadone. I don't want you to have anything for an emergency." Because and I told him, well, I only did heroin. You know, when I first seen him, he asked if I ever did heroin. I said, yeah. Only snorted it here and there when I couldn't get my pain meds. But it's like, you got it fucking wrong, dude. You know? And just because I'm going to a methadone clinic, you know, sometimes that's the best that people like me can do. You know? And I suffer from chronic pain, so the medicine does help with chronic pain. And my regular PCP doctor, which when I see him in November, I'll have to sign a pain contract. But I'll have to sign it like once a year. But he's given me tramadol, 50 milligrams, and he's given me 150 pills a month. And that does help, along with the methadone. That does help. But honestly, I could use something stronger. Even on the 129 milligrams of methadone, I'm still in pain. Even on the tramadol, I'm still in pain. But, I don't understand it. I was on a 5 milligram Percocet. I got a generic version of it, and I got oxycodone, which is the main drug and only drug in OxyContin. Is the pills. Oxycodone is in OxyContin pills, and I was only on 5 milligrams 4 times a day. That dosage helped me, and I feel that I could trust myself with pain meds again. I know I could, because I'm not abusing my benzos. Half the time I forget to take a nighttime pill, and I have a couple extra here and there. But I have a huge mental health record. I'm seeing Dr. Kreinbrook for psychotherapy. I'm seeing Dr. Joel Last. He's the asshole. And then he pantomimed. Oh my God, I broke a nail. Oh my God, I did this. Oh my God, I did that. That's what made me cry even more. Because I told him I just need something for emergency. And then I pointed him and I said, I would never do that. You don't know how hard I've worked, to be as clean as I am. And I do consider myself clean and sober. But I also know reality. I am on methadone. So I'm not totally clean and sober, but for the most part I am. Don't kick a dog when it's down, if you know what I mean. For God's sakes. What these doctors do is crazy. But anyways, what I forgot to tell you, and I started to tell you, is I found out through my doctor and through Persad that a law was changed last year a year ago for the male to female transgender women like me. Part of our gender dysphoria, which it's not a mental illness, but that's the term. It's not being gay, being lesbian, being transgendered is not, a mental health issue or condition or disease. Back in the 50s and 60s, they thought it was. But that's when they were doing like lobotomies on us and, you know, trying to pray the gay away and doing all sorts of horrible lobotomies and turning us into vegetables and doing, you know, electric shock to your genitals and just crazy shit. Thank God they don't do that now. We've come a long way, but we still need our own rights, you know, not just for the gay and lesbian and bisexual, but also for the transgender community too. We still are fighting for our shit. So me getting the paper from my doctor for the gender marker, if they, hopefully that they just change my gender marker to female, I'm praying to God that that happens, because I've had such bullshit said to me. It's like I won't believe it until it happens, you know. And then what I'm trying to tell you is they made a law that a year ago to let us get breast implants, to let us girls, our male, you know, us transgender women, us transsexuals that suffer from gender dysphoria, which is the actual term. And even a transgendered man or trans man, he suffers from transgender dysphoria. You know, when you feel like you're in the wrong body, and technically you are, because if they did a test on me, my chromosomes would probably say female than male. So female thinking brain, but in a wrong body. It happens. They've done tests on transsexuals that have donated their body to science. In the brain, they you know, learned that you actually have a female brain. You're just in the wrong body, you know. So anyways, but I'll be calling, anyways, I can't believe it that my insurance, I'm hoping my insurance covers it, but I was told that even my welfare card, my insurance card, my UPMC for You card, that's through Medicaid welfare, which I'm okay until May, but then I'll have to reapply in April or May. Hopefully, I'm okay until May, because I talked to Miss Gallows, the supervisor at the clinic, or not at the clinic, but at the welfare office. She said that as long as I'm applying for disability or still fighting, they'll cover me for medical. I pray to God that I get my disability back. I have 2 more shots. If I don't get it back, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, there's a program through welfare that it's called MOD. So people with disabilities can work. Even if you make over $2,000, they'll cut that in half, and they won't actually count the $1,000. So if I could find a little job somewhere, I could actually make a little more money and not lose my food stamps, which I'm getting monthly. And you would only pay $50 a month for the same insurance I have now, which is not the best insurance, but my insurance is better than the one. My insurance is 100% better than what my husband gets through his work at Walmart as a supervisor. But there's 2 letters I have to get before I can get my breast implants. And I don't know, some doctors want you to wait a whole year to be on female hormones to see how much your breasts are going to grow. Mine are growing a little bit again, but I was on female hormones for 13 years, and I've only got as much growth as I've gotten, which would be like an A. And not to be too graphic, but the way my breasts grown, I'm not very happy with them. The right one looks better than the left. The left one sort of sags a little bit, and I need implants in them to make them look better. You know, and even though I have thin skin, and you see my veins, and I'm really veiny, um, you would see that in my breasts and some stretch marks, but I wouldn't care. You know, my doctor said I seen some jacked up breasts, and then she said I've seen some good breasts. You gotta be, have a reasonable outlook. Like Gigi Gorgeous, you know, I love watching her, and I would love to have her skinny little body. You know, I'm not happy with the body that I have. Short, you know, not that long of a neck, too broad-shouldered, but breast, you know, a nice breast implants would make me feel so much better about myself. You know, because I'm wanting to find bras that fit me. I went to Walmart, spent 20 bucks years ago. I bought the sports bras that have the elastic around them that just go over your shoulder, and none of them would fit me because I have a more sort of like barrel type of chest. But I'm hoping to find some nice bras that fit me. They don't have to be fancy. It's like I have a couple of tank tops. Built into the tank tops is a bra, like I'm talking about. That's the support that I want. And I have 2 silicone size C fake breasts upstairs that a friend of mine gave me. I had a smaller pair, and then I have this pair. But the one pair of, I don't know if it's silicone or whatever's in it, it looks natural. You can buy them online in any color. I mean, you can't get them in pink and purple, but like, you know, black for the black women, white for the white women, a little lighter for the Mexican women or whatever, you know. And then you know, the nicer ones, they could be a couple $100. But I got mine for free from my friend because her sister, you know, had cancer and died, unfortunately, and she gave them to her before she died. And then my friend gave them to me. Well, I'm going to take them with me when I go to see the plastic surgeon. If I get a plastic surgeon that will take my insurance and do my surgery. There's a couple in Pittsburgh, and then there's one in Ohio, I think. I have a template emailed from Prasad Center that they would have to, my psychiatrist or my psychologist, Dr. Kreinbrook, would have to sign it. And hopefully he'll do it. If not, then I'll have to, go to Prasad. Hopefully they won't make me wait a year. Because girls are just running around trying to get their letters done so they can get their breast implants because they're afraid that the law may be reversed, which it could be. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Because I would like to get my breasts done before something would happen. I'm not guaranteed my insurance. When I was on disability SSI, I felt supported. My insurance guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in life. You can be on disability and come up for a review. I went to one of their doctors. I should have went back to Dr. Kreinbrook. They only needed an update. He's disabled me. He said I have too many symptoms to work. My doctor, my hormone doctor, said the same thing. So I'm fighting. There's a woman that used to approve people for disability. And no shit, she started working for free with my lawyer. Now, even though she's retired, he's paying her to work to help people like me, to fill out the paperwork and whatnot, And there's also, so I'll keep you updated. I just hope that I get my breast implants. I hope that my insurance covers it. I was told that it would. I'm hoping that I can find the right plastic surgeon that will take me as a patient. I'm hoping that everything will work out, that happens sooner than later. I don't think I'm going to get a shitload of breast growth. Who knows? They're growing. They're more firmer and they're more sensitive and they're growing again. But I don't think I'm going to, end up being a C cup. Like, there was a girl that I met and she was a friend of a friend. And they both ended up being bitches and are not in my life now. But anyways, they weren't close friends, but she was on hormones for 8 months, was already a C cup. But it all depends in your DNA and your genes. The women in my family on my dad's side had bigger breasts. The women on my mom's side had smaller breasts. So I would hate to get implants now and then have more breast growth and then have them sag or look weird. But maybe that's why, they want you to wait longer, to see how much breast growth you're going to, have. But since I was already on hormones for 13 years, I don't think I'm going to have a shitload. In all honesty. I'll have a little bit probably, but that's about it. And hopefully the doctors will do a breast lift, an internal breast lift on me. Because my breasts sag. I don't wear bras. If I could find the ones that I like that are comfortable, I would wear them, Just the very light sports bras, But if I put my silicone breasts in, the one tore, so I had to put packaging tape, for God's sakes, over it. I forget how it happened, but if I put those on, they give me they give me like a small or full C. And that's basically what I'm hoping for. Just if it's obtainable. And of course, when they make the pocket, only you know, like Gigi Gorgeous, I'm using her as an example. She has a smaller framed body, you know. So her breasts that I seen in her documentary and movie looked a little closer than the average transgender woman, because our chests are more wider. So, you know, our breasts will be more like this than, you know, closer like a natural born woman. But I don't care. I would tell the doctor, do the best that you can to get them as close as you can. And, you know, we need to address the sagging issue. Hope to God that they don't take me. Hopefully they'll still take me. Hopefully they won't turn me away because I'm on methadone. So let's pray to God. I'll be calling some plastic surgeons today and talking to some people, and then I have to call Prasad and ask them about some of the letters, and then call my doctor for the hormones. But this is another place, the in Washington County Gay Straight Alliance. There's a huge building that you can go to for all sorts of meetings. You know, they have a potluck every second Friday, which is cool. There are 2 other transgender women around my age that my doctor, Carol Priest, said that they're probably going to start their own group. I don't know if it's going to be at the Gay Straight Alliance building or at someone's house, but I want to go. I want to meet the women, you know. And then I met a trans man. He was actually cute. I was sort of turned on by him, you know. His voice was deeper because of testosterone. I think he already had upper surgery, or was binded because he looked like he didn't have any breasts, you know. And his hair was bleached, you know, but his hair faded. And then I was giving him tips on what to do, you know. Who knows? I may call that beautician that travels to you. I may have her come to my house and bleach my hair, and then see if she can bleach my hair like maybe every 3 months or something. Buy the stuff from Sally's. Have her do it properly, because I don't want it yellow. I would want it more of a platinum blonde. And then I would put the different colors in my hair. But for now, I'm just using the splat. So every couple of weeks I do it. And since it's black underneath, it's darker through here, but it's still, you know, nice looking. But this has been a long, almost 4-hour marathon of Vanessa, and I hope to God that you guys appreciate this, and I know you will. I know you will. I just pray to God that everything works out for me. And I'll make videos when I feel up to it. Definitely will. And to get back to my coffees really quick. This is the Boston's Best brand, and it's called Jamaican Me Crazy. It was $3.88, and this is the brand that they took off the shelves at Walmart. It smells amazing. You can get these from probably different stores. Maybe a Costco or maybe a if you're in the South, Piggly Wiggly, I don't know, or another one called In-N-Out, possibly. But you can go to their website, www.bostonsbestcoffee.com, www.bostonsbestcoffee.com, and this is Jamaican Me Crazy, a lively mix of caramel, vanilla, and mocha coffee liqueur. And it says it will make you crazy too. It smells amazing. And then I buy this, which is the best espresso that I've ever tasted. So I'll do a mocha, and then I'll have a double shot of this in there. And then I also have a cheap little like shape, like a little mixer thing or blender, and when I have the money, I'm gonna try to get a bigger one. But I make my own iced coffees with ice cream and ice, and they're fucking amazing. I mean, they're better than the mocha lattes at McDonald's. Got this kind for my husband, chocolate mint, peppermint, chocolate, and cold. He said it's not that bad. We got Snickerdoodle, that tastes like a Snickerdoodle cookie. And then we got Parker's Maple Barn, which is maple and cinnamon, more maple than cinnamon. And then we have one more that is let me grab it. That is chocolate raspberry, a dash of chocolate and a pinch of raspberry flavors create this delicious gourmet coffee. So these are 12 ounces, and I got them for $3.88. They may have them in Shop It Save or Giant Eagle. Maybe your Walmart has them, but since they made their own line, they only have like their own shit. And some of their coffees like this, they have bigger bags. Like this. A big one for 13 bucks. But and then I have that machine. It's not a K-Cup machine, but I have a Nestle Cafe Dolce Gusto machine, and I'll upload one of the videos. I don't have the money to order any more coffee, but I have one more pod left for the coffee and the cream, and I will show you how I make the cappuccino. It's basically a 15 bar espresso machine, but it takes a certain type of cups. Yeah, they have reusable cups I bought, but it doesn't work very well. It's a different kind I like. Those are the best ones I like out of them. And you can find that out by just go and check their website. DOLCE and then a line, Gusto, GUSTO.com. And You can get these in 3 packs for like 25 bucks. They're like 10 something. They're like 9.55 from the website a piece. So, and you only, like, this one you'll get like 16 pods because they don't have a cream pod that makes the cream. The cappuccinos and lattes only make 8 because you have 8 pods of coffee and the 8 pods of cream. But it's not a K-cup machine. It is basically like a professional espresso barista, or how do you say that, coffee shop machine. It's crazy. It has 15 bars of pressure. It shoots through a needle. I mean, that pierces the capsule. It's crazy. I mean, whenever I have the cash, like I said, I'll have to get, I've seen these, the cappuccino, 3 of them for $20 on Amazon.com, and then I've seen them for $23. If you guys, my friends and viewers, and I'm just putting it out there, if you would like to help me, and you're called from your own heart and spirit to help me at all, since I'm really going through the ringer financially, to even, you know, a couple of bucks per person, or whoever wants to donate a couple of dollars, you know, maybe 20 bucks, so I can get more coffee and then show you how the machine works and stuff. I'm going to try to do it with the 1 capsule that I have left. But I'd rather show you, like, with more coffee, how it works, you know. But anyways, my account is JustMe, JUSTME 0101 at MSN.com, and that's JustMe 0101 at MSN.com, and that's our PayPal account. It's under my husband's name. But anyways, if you guys would like to help me, I would definitely appreciate it and be very thankful, because we're basically living on like $100 every 2 weeks or less. You know, you pay, you get two tanks of gas, $25 to $30. If you only have $100, it doesn't leave you much left for anything, you know. And all the bills that we're paying, it's just horrible to live like this. And I'm not trying to beg for money, and I hope to God that I don't come across that way. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on in my life, because I do consider a lot of you guys my friends and my supporters, and I'm disabled for a reason. Yeah, my husband's saying get a job. Well, if I could, I would, Paul. He's being sarcastic. He woke up, my other dog woke up, my throat is really dry, so I'm gonna get going. And then there's my Maggie waking up. I love each and every one of you, and I want to say hi to, in big prayers and kisses, to my friend John Cohen. If you watch my video, hi John, I got your message about the Sylvia Browne book and the Sylvia Browne book and the witchy thing, and I sent you an email, so I'd love for you to send it to me. I'm very grateful for the Sylvia books you sent me last time. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate all of your love and support. And I consider it gifts of love. If anybody would like to maybe do a witchy trade, let me know. At my email address, paganwitch13@gmail.com, and then we can tell each other what we have to trade. If anybody wants a reading, email me. If you have a question, email me, ask the question. I'm doing readings for $45, and that's for 45 minutes. But I'll stay on the phone a little longer past the time that you buy with me the session. So you give me a donation or buy a reading with me, and a $45 reading, and write down all your questions, and I'll answer them for you, and I will connect with your loved one as long as they're available for me to connect with them and they want to connect with you. I'm very good at mediumship and connecting with the dead, so that's a reasonable fee for me to offer. $45 is cheap for as hard as I work. I had a bad experience several months back. I should have never gave this guy that was really seriously mentally ill, worse than me. I gave him a reading. Then he complained about it, even though he validated what I said to him on the phone. I was on the phone with him for 3 hours. And then PayPal said, since you didn't send him anything, in a reading, a psychic reading is not anything tangible, we got to send him the money back. So that really hurt my feelings, and that really knocked me back. It's another reason why I wasn't online making videos, because I was horribly betrayed. 95% of you, 99.9% of you that would order a reading with me and that have ordered readings with me in the past would never act like that, and would always be grateful for the extra time that I would give you in my readings, because that's what I feel that I'm here to do on earth, is to help you spiritually on your path, help answer your questions that you have about your life and any loved ones you need to connect with.
Where's the scoop?
Give me a minute. I love each and every one of you. I got to get going. Blessings. And hi, Deborah. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Kimberly. Kim. And anyone else I forgot, I'm sorry. Chasten, I love you. And goodbye. And peace.